The Liberated Sock Story by DeTracey. That is me. Oh, there are my socks. I was wondering where I put them. We all have a pair of comfortable socks, something warm that we can slip on. It's like coming home, an invitation to relax. And there comes a time when our socks, of course, our favorite ones, get dirty. And we need to throw them in the wash. We need to part from them for a short period of time so they can be clean and renewed again. But there comes that moment, that dreaded moment, when we pull all our laundry out of the dryer, and then we find one of our socks, our favorite socks, but the other one has gone missing, and there's this great bewilderment. And before we know it, we have many missing socks. And it's shocking to us. How could that be? I love my socks so much. Do you? Do you love your socks? I have more than one favorite pair of socks. And it's so hard to part from those socks. And what I long for is those socks to find their mates, to be reunited, to be one again in pairs. That's what I want. And the thought of throwing a solo sock, a lonely sock away in the garbage can, in the trash, is just, I can't even go there. But you know, sometimes my socks, my favorite socks, when they're solo, they start talking to me and they say, please, please don't let me go. And then the guilt is so big around where those socks are. And it starts with one sock sitting on my dresser waiting for its mate. And before I know it, I have 3 socks sitting on my dresser, and then 10 socks. And who knows where they go? It's a mystery. But the pile just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then there's fear of, well, if I don't wait and I throw it away, then maybe it will come back later. So there comes a time where I needed to make a big decision for myself around these lonely socks. I needed to stand in front of that trash can, and I needed to take one of those lonely socks and throw them in the trash. I had to do it. I knew the time had come. And my question for you is, what is it for you? What's that big thing? For me, more than 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and I have to say it was very traumatic for me. And I knew I had to get to that place of acceptance around it, but it felt really, really daunting. I knew that I had to let go. I knew I had to let go of the old me that didn't exist anymore. I knew that I had to come to a place in my life, and that place was to embrace. That place was to accept. And most of all, that place has been to love myself, to love all of me, the parts of me that are as I am now, that new normal that changes all the time, and to love it just the way it is, and to know that that's who I am. So what about you? What do you need to let go of? And truthfully, I'm not saying that it's easy. Knowing myself and my own experience, it wasn't easy for me. It certainly was, what can I say? It was hard. So where is your starting place? Where are you going to start? What is that for you? You know, the easiest starting place is to start by just really liberating just one. Just one lonely sock. If you can start there at the beginning, at that one place with just one sock, that's all. And you know what? Getting rid of that first sock, well, I can say it can be the hardest thing of all. Yeah, it can. When you're standing in front of that trash and you're holding that sock over and you're just letting it drop into the can. But you know what? You might feel surprised. You might feel energized. You might feel some joy, some relief. You might be shocked that when you say goodbye to that one sock, that it actually starts to feel good. Oh my, you know? It gets a little easier. Once you do it the first time, it definitely gets a little easier. So take a deep breath and let go. And that is the story of the liberated sock. That's right. And it's the end. Well, actually, it is, truthfully, the beginning. So welcome to the beginning of letting go. I'm Jen DeTracey, and I'm happy to have taken you on this journey of how I liberated my socks.